Hey YouTube, it's Oliver. So I wanted to make a video for my 3 months on testosterone and my 3 weeks post-op. So I am 3 months on testosterone as of Wednesday, and my 3 weeks post-op was yesterday, so Thursday. So it's been a pretty exciting week. Those are some pretty big landmarks. So as far as changes, as far as testosterone goes, I haven't made a video about that in a little while. So I thought I would go ahead and talk about the fact that my hair is filling in everywhere. So I didn't really think that, this is really funny. My knees have started to grow hair, like on the kneecap, and I did not actually think you could grow hair there. I mean, obviously I knew you could grow hair there, but it was really exciting to see it actually fill in. And up my thighs, it's starting to come all the way up my thighs now. My toes have gotten increasingly hairier. I'm getting a little bit more hair on my chest, which is exciting, and I'll show you guys that in a second. And my hair underneath here is starting to come in like little black, and they're actually kind of prickly now. The biggest thing I've noticed is the fact that my skin texture is changing. Like, it's actually kind of rough now. It's not as smooth as it was. Like, nowhere is really smooth. Like, this is all rough. This is actually the first place I noticed it changing, probably around like 2 months and 2 weeks. It started to kind of get a little thicker. Like, my skin started getting a little thicker, and my face has gotten a little thicker. So it's so hopefully that means, like, facial hair is coming in soon. But yeah, no, my arms are rough. Like, my back, I've got some acne on my back now, but that's not really a big deal. They're little ones, and it's really no big deal. So lots of hair. I think my voice is actually getting deeper this week, which is exciting. It's kind of starting to crack, and it has a different timbre to it now. So I'm really excited about that. And so yeah, I will show you guys my chest because I haven't actually shown you guys my chest yet. So this is 3 weeks post-op. Okay, so my right nipple, I don't know if you guys can see it or if you guys want to see it, but it's actually doing really well. It's actually kind of like a light pink in color. It's got a little film of like gross stuff over it. It's like gray, but I think that's normal. And the scar is really not that bad. You can see the irritation from the bandages I have to keep putting on. Technically, I don't have to keep putting them on, but honestly, like, this nipple is actually kind of behind. It's actually kind of like bloodshot. See, the nipple itself's a little bloodshot still. The sutures haven't come off. Like, the sutures have come off of this one and not this one. So I'm just going to keep babying it and taking care of it the way I'm supposed to. Or have been until either A, it looks better, or B, I run out of material. Because I still have a lot of stuff from Garamoni, like that yellow, like you're supposed to put that yellow stuff over it that's got like medication and then Neosporin and then gauze and then the Band-Aids. So I'm going to keep doing that. I mean, you can very clearly see where my skin is irritated, but it's not so bad. I've been doing ScarGuard, which is what Garamoni recommended. So it's like this little bottle. It's like liquid Band-Aid. It's kind of like liquid Band-Aid anyway. So you rub it on it's kind of like nail polish actually. So you like brush it on, and then it's nice and like it dries out a little bit. So it kind of flakes off, and I tend to help it flake off sometimes. But I just reapply it once in the morning, once at night. So yeah, actually everything's like healed up really well. Like, it's a really thin scar. It's actually not very red. It looks a lot redder on the computer than it does in real life. Because see, this one's pinker. This one's a little bit more pink. This one's a little bit more red, but I'm right-handed, so that's probably why it's starting to stretch a little bit. But overall, I'm so happy with the results. Like, it looks really good. And I mean, everything's healing pretty well. I would really like this nipple to be in a little bit better place than it is, but I'm not overly concerned about it. I'm sure it'll work itself out in the next week. But yeah, okay, so testosterone. Saw my endocrinologist on Wednesday, and I've been on 0.25 milliliters a week for 3 months, basically. And so she got my blood work back, and she was going to bump me up to 0.5, but then she realized that in my blood work, I'm already at male levels. Like, so I want to say I started off with 3.5, and now I'm at 47.9 or something like that, which basically just means I'm in the male range of testosterone. So, like, my total testosterone is like 550 or something like that, which is really great. It's supposed to be between 400 and 1100. The problem is that she can't bump me up any higher is because my blood is actually too thick. So I have to start taking baby aspirin. So I'm taking baby aspirin every morning to keep my blood down, and she was able to bump me up to 0.375, which isn't a huge difference, but it's because I'm responding so well to such a low dose, it's a pretty significant difference. So she's basically was telling me that she's going to try and force puberty for the next 2 months. And then she's probably going to bump me back down again. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the aspirin's going to help my blood not be so thick. Yeah, so the next 2 months are going to be a little bit more intense as far as hormone-wise, so I'm really excited for that, and I'm really excited for the changes. I really want my facial hair to grow in. Like, I'm getting little black things coming down, so you can clearly see sideburns. I mean, it's not thick enough for you to really, like, look at it, and see it from a distance or see that I have 5 o'clock shadow, but if you look for it, they're black, and they're here. So they're showing up, which is the most exciting part for me. And my armpit hair is kind of starting to grow back, which is exciting. I mean, it's been growing back. It's not anywhere close to what it was, but it's the nature of having surgery, I guess. So yeah, I think that's pretty much life updates. I started school. So far, everything's been going pretty well. My name is legally changed, and my gender is legally changed, so I did that. Something that I learned about changing my gender legally is that you can do it at the DMV with your letter from the surgeon, so from like Dr. Yaramoni for me. And so I changed it on my license, and then when I was going to go to change it with my school, all they needed was my license. As long as my license was corrected, they could do the change, which was great. So they changed it online. I changed it with all my scholarships and stuff, which was kind of really easy, actually, a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. And when I changed my name, the only time I've changed my name, but when I changed my name, it actually triggered something in the Florida State, I don't know what it is, the Bureau of Birth Certificates or something, I don't know, birth records, I think is what it was, and it triggered something, and they actually sent me a form for a new birth certificate. So they actually helped me out on that. So what I did was I attached my name change paper, and I attached my letter from Dr. Yaramoni, excuse me, I've got hiccups. So I attached that, and so basically, hopefully that'll allow them to change my name and gender on my birth certificate. So hopefully I'll be getting that in the next week. I went down to Social Security to try and change my gender with them, because you do have to legally change your gender, even though it's not on your Social Security card. But they can't do it unless I have a corrected birth certificate. So now I'm just waiting on that. But everything's kind of fallen into place. I did my name, and then I sent my name to all the places that, like the bank and things like that, that don't necessarily have to have your gender. And then now that I've got my gender, I'm doing everything that needs both pretty much at the same time. So that's pretty successful. Everything's going really well with that, and it's really exciting. But yeah, no, school teachers have been fine. I mean, obviously my name has changed on the roll, so I mean it's really not a big deal. I haven't been really gendered a lot by my teachers yet, so hopefully that's not an issue. One of my teachers, I think, will probably get it right, and then the other one, I actually pulled aside because there was just I have a lot of old friends who know me, and and they just weren't used to it, and things slipped out and stuff. So it wasn't a big deal. I just addressed the teacher. I was like, look, I used to go by this. I used to be female, and now I'm male. And she was totally chill about it. I mean, granted, I'm also in art classes, so it's not exactly... I'm not going to say because I still think it's uncommon, so I'm not going to say it's common, but there's a certain level of, like, acceptance, which is really, really nice and very comfortable as far as addressing things with teachers go. So she was totally cool about it, and I'm really not concerned. I think it's all going to work itself out. And plus, after the next 2 months, as far as bumping up my testosterone, it's going to get to a point where it'd just be awkward to call me female pronouns. So I'm not entirely worried about it. I think it'll all work itself out. So I think everything's going really well, and if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to hit me up. I've got a little bit more free time now, so since school started and everything's moved in and all that, and everything's going great. So yeah, just hit me up if you have any questions or anything like that, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, peace out.